Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be just another family vlog. It is Saturday, December the 7th, and we are heading to Taekwondo. So Jackson is going to be doing the 6-hour workout for candidates going for their second degree black belt. There are two candidates. We had three, two dudes and one girl, but we are now only having two guys. Jackson is going, and their sparring coach, Coach D, is going for his second degree as well. So I've got to do two things before I drop him off. We're early. They have to be there at 8. It's 7:14. Thing one is go get gas before we run out. And thing two is I have to stop by the ATM and pull out some cash. We got a kid's deposit today, so I'm sure it came yesterday, but I didn't see it until this morning. And again, I've been giving the kids, they asked if they could have their own Christmas money to buy their own gifts, which has been perfectly fine. And so I told them I would give them their extra $25 today. I gave them money already this week because we got kids deposit last week. We just haven't been to the store. So they'll have extra money. Well, Alanah's gonna go for Jackson because he's gonna be doing his workout. So he told Alanah that she could spend his money, which that is the only thing he needs to tell Alanah, because she's living her best life spending somebody else's money. Hello. And she's like, Mom. That's all I'm saying. She's like, well, Jackson, so how much money do you have?
The only reason for that is because I've already spent all my money on the other people. So if I'm trying to get, since I'm trying to get the other people, I need the other money.
She's so hot. Her explanation, the only reason I need to use his money is because I've already spent my money. Really? Jackson has lots of money. Jackson, he don't part ways with his stuff too often. He's like, oh, but then he will. He's so good. He'll give it to her. He's like, it doesn't matter, Mom. Just let Alanah spend it. It's fine. He has zero needs of anything. Jackson is so easy breezy. He makes me happy. So we're going to go get gas. I'm just right here close to the gas station, which is a beautiful situation because, y'all, we don't eat. So even before I stop at the ATM, which is closer than the gas station, I'm going to keep rolling to the gas station, and I'll just come back around and get the money out. Then we're going to drop Jackson off. Alanah and I are going to hit a couple stores to get all the things we need to get. We have our list, and we'll show you guys our list to see which persons we're getting things for today. And then, of course, we still have 2 more weeks. I still don't have anything for my sister or my best friend. Those are the last 2 big people on my list. Oh, and my pastor's wife, because we do a gift exchange with them every year. My pastor already got something. And I have one thing for my pastor's wife, but it's kind of like a house gift. I was trying to get her something personally for herself. I did see the cutest Santa last night in Publix, because she likes decoration. She's kind of like me. We're all into the house and the home and all that stuff. And I am here at the gas station. I'm trying to come to a Harris Teeter gas station because I have 20 cents off per gallon for my fuel points. So that's why I was trying to make it all the way here, because gas right now is about $2.29 a gallon, but I get 20 cents off. So I'm trying to get all my cents off that I can get for my gas. So that's why I was trying to make it here. And for those of you who are following my budget, I am going to use my debit card, because that's what I use my debit card for, is gas. But for every other purchase for the month of December thus far, I have not used my debit card once. I have not overspent or overcalculated. And if I did make adjustments, I have been able to use my cash and shift my cash categories to be able to accommodate not having to use my debit card just for those randomized purchases, like, oh, I forgot, blah, 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 and then just swiping my card. That was my goal for December, was to account for every red penny that comes through my hands and make sure that I put it on my sheet and I write it in my checkbook, into my check ledger, and to make sure that I'm accounting for every single penny. Also, I was able to put some money into savings this morning, which was beautiful. I can find all kinds of things. Jackson, will you give Mom my purse so I can get the gas started? I can find all kinds of things to buy But I really have some serious savings goals in 2020. And so what I did was I took out what I need, just my wallet, babe. I took out what I needed for the kids. I did my tithe. I got something in my eye, y'all. I'm sorry. And thank you, lovely. And to the money that we needed for Christmas gifts, because I still have a couple gifts to buy. And everything else to the last penny I sent into the savings account. So I was able to put $94 in my savings account today. And I know that doesn't, even to me, that doesn't sound like a lot. But when you haven't been able to save anything over the last weeks consecutively because you're trying to fill in the things. And actually, I have to sit here and think, Jackson needs a costume for December 22nd. They're doing a church program. So I'm going to wait till next week to get that. I'm trying to think. Alanah, did you need anything else? I got Alana's dress. I got your feet pads. What am I forgetting? The leggings. I'll get them next week when I get Jackson's. Unless we have extra money from the gift money today, because we're going to Walmart. So anywho, I'm going to pump my gas, and then I'm going to get Jackson over to Taekwondo. So we'll check back in a bit. So here's Jackson waiting. Hey, bud.
Hey, friends.
Waiting for the doors to open. It's 7:47. We made it. We went to get gas. We got our money. We've been sitting out here for a minute. We prefer to be early and not late. And Jackson is just sitting here. How you feeling?
Okay.
What you thinking?
Nothing.
Nothing? Don't want to talk about it?
Not really.
Not really. He gets really nervous about stuff like this. But I think he's going to do a good job. You want to pray for it? Maybe you want to maybe pray? Depends on what? Well, we'll pray for him. We'll pray for him before he goes in and ask the Lord to give him strength and help him to make it through and get through all of his things he has to do. What do you have to do, Jack?
A lot of running, a lot of push-ups, a lot of sit-ups, board breaking, forms, a little bit of sparring.
Oh, there's
bag
Coach
work.
D.
Maybe he can let me in. Bag work, more cardio, and lunch.
I mean, make the main thing the main thing. Got to have lunch. Got to have lunch. So Coach D is here, and he does have a key to let us in. So Mom's going to go to the restroom. We're going to lay hands on Jackson. Yes, we lay hands for everything. I will lay hands on anybody, anytime, for anything. And pray for them. And we'll still wait for the coach to come. Coach D is the sparring coach. We're just waiting for the master to come because Coach D is testing today as well. But he has a key to get the building. So once we get in, I'll pray for both of them. Devontae, Coach D, comes over and eats dinner with us on Sundays with my friend Kathy. So those two come over almost every Sunday and have dinner with us, or whatever we're having, the lunch or dinner, depending. Like this week we'll have a lunch because the kids, their youth group program is having something called the Joy of Christmas, and that's going to be at 6 o'clock, which is normally our eating time. So we're going to do probably about a 2 o'clock lunch. And then we'll head over to do the Joy of Christmas program with them. And it'll be perfect. So we're going to get Jackson in. And then Alanah and I are going to head over to Walmart. And then we have a couple other stops. We think we're going to go to Ollie's. Where else did we say we were going?
Home Goods, maybe.
Home Goods, maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to avoid it, but maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we can get into out here in these streets.
Still have some Black Friday sales.
I don't think so, but maybe. We'll check. Sorry, kitties. Had to do. Ooh. Hold. Get the card. Do I have do I have blueberries? Have we been eating them? Okay, I'll get them. Okay.
I think we're going to our strawberry side,
Okay, come on. Who do we... Oh, I like that quilt.
It was actually like interesting. Even like a pottery wheel.
Well, let's keep looking. I don't know. That would have been good. Maybe for Gabriel. You can make over 100 things.
That'll keep him busy.
What's in that one? Oh, that's neat.
Has all these
Okay.
paints, watercolors, paints.
Those are nice.
Sketching pencils.
And it comes in a little kit.
Wooden carrying box. Oil, pastels, brushes, even booklets, erasers, sharpeners. No, you don't like that?
No, I like that one. Here's some oil pastels too. I know what she likes, but all right. So I'm in Walmart and I love these coffee mugs. I'm a coffee mug person. So Jesus and coffee. I'm not responsible for what my face does when you talk. I like that one a lot. Oh, look, Alanah. Remember, we needed to get a little one for Rania.
We did need to get a little.
So let's see what we can find. Maybe one of these down here would be good for her. And then I like this. Stressed, blessed, and coffee obsessed. I'm trying to get some of these for my two besties. I'm trying to make them like a work coffee travel kit. And so I like that one. I walk by faith even when I cannot see. Like those. So anywho, these are all really cute. Let's see what this one says. She leaves a little sparkle wherever she goes. I love those. And I've got those little mini coffee things for them. So we're looking at these over in Walmart, and they're a really good price. And I do like these with the cork bottoms and the tops. So anywho, if you're looking for coffee mugs, there's some cute ones in Walmart. All right, friends, we have literally been in traffic for 1 solid hour trying to get to someplace that takes me 10 minutes to get to. That's because there's some kind of race going on this morning. And I just want to know where they running to. Where you running to, y'all? Like where you going though and everything? They out here with the baby strollers, just scrolling the kids, and they got the dogs running, and they got all kind of people. Where you running? Like why? I don't even want to walk fast and we running. But whatever. It's now almost 10:30. It's 10:21. We got on the road at 9:21 going home. Takes us about 20 minutes to get home. And now I'm having to make my way around another way to get home because they have closed the road for the people running. And I still don't know where they're running to. And it's not like I have issues or nothing, but I gotta get Jackson in just about another hour. I gotta go back to where the people are running and get Jackson. But prayerfully, they'll be done running. It's literally an hour and a half before I have to leave my house again to get Jackson, and I ain't got home yet. Why, friends? Just why? Just why, friends?
Really, Mom?
Alrighty, you guys. So the kids and I are back home, and we just had to come over and clean out this whole section of our pantry. And my sister, who has been displaced in her home for a while now, she has her house on the market. And so she is going to be bringing some stuff here to house until she gets her self situated. And the reason being is she already has a storage unit, and there's really no need to try to buy a second storage unit because, you know, half the garage is free and we don't park the car in here. I am going to move these boxes. I'm going to put them up here where the Christmas boxes are, and I'll put something up here that I can fit. The only thing that we did do is just kind of transfer some stuff over here. I have got to get my grill put together. My grill is not put together. And as soon as I get that put together, I'm going to take that outside and put a grill cover over it. But I still have yet to. So I'm thinking Christmas break, I will try to attempt to finish the grill. I have my chairs in here because of Christmas. And so we have left, we put the tree up. So I brought the chairs out here. And then, of course, I got my 2 rolling racks here with some of more of my wintry clothes. And then, of course, the kids' bikes and stuff. But for the most part, the only thing that's really out here are my clothes, because that grill, once I get that squared away. And this is just some shredding I need to shred. I didn't want to throw stuff away. This is 22 plus years of school that I need to go through and just probably throw all of it away. But I wanted to make sure that I could go through it just at my pace. So Christmas break, the kids may actually go see their dad or his family. And so I may get a chance because I'm usually like to have something to do when they're not here. So a couple of Tidy Tuesday projects for me to go through on this side. But really, there's no need for my sister to buy another storage unit when, you know, we have half of a garage that she can put stuff in. So what I am going to do, though, because she's going to bring some stuff in here and then stack things, I'm going to go ahead and condense my foodstuffs just to these 2 shelves right here to make sure that I am still able to get to everything. So the kids are going to come and help me move this foodstuffs real quick. And we do have company coming over at 5. So they're going to be doing a little light cleaning. So if I can get y'all to come back in here and help me just condense the foodstuffs, that'll be good. So we'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, you guys. So I am in the kitchen and I am making a pumpkin praline cake. All right, I've got my can of pumpkin open. So I use the Southern Keto's base coconut cake recipe. The only thing that I didn't do was I did not add in the coconut. Take this, bud. Because I'm going to make this a pumpkin cake. And of course, to make it totally keto, I'm going to use the 100% pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling. And then to my base, I added in 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, or cinnamon to taste. So that's just the base recipe. I left out the coconut from her recipe. Then I added in pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon. And now I'm going to add in 1 cup of pumpkin. And I think a cup will be plenty. And we'll give ma'am some. She can have some, she can have 100% pumpkin. And I bought this for Thanksgiving because I was going to do like a faux sweet potato souffle and end up not getting a chance to do it. So I'm going to use this 1 cup of pumpkin. And Bubba, will you put that back as well? The number of things. All right, so I'm going to get this stirred up. Stirring up. I'm going to pour my butter in. Softened butter, not exactly melted, but softened. And then I'm going to just pour my my cup of pumpkin in. Now I've got a whole can of pumpkin left, and I really need to find something to do with it. So I'm probably going to be looking online for some recipes for pumpkin. We'll give ma'am some, but she can't have, you know, too much. So let me get that incorporated and stirred up. going to clean off my paddle because that dough, the base recipe for the cake is really thick. So you will find yourself scraping down the bowl quite a bit and scraping down those paddles in order that everything gets well incorporated and creamed in. So I just want to scrape everything down. Then I'm going to put the lid back and get it going again. Now, out of all the cakes I've made, and I made this will be my third recipe. This is the most loose cake. I'm trying to get my cake pan. Okay. I had to get another cake pan, so I got a 9-inch. I got two 9-inches. And I'm going to split the batter into these two 9-inches. So I'm going to spray those down real good. Then I'm going to split the batter. And I want to spray them really good because I'm not dusting them with flour or anything. And I don't want anything to stick. So what I'm doing now is I'm removing my paddle. I'm pulling off my cake mix or my cake batter. And it has that pumpkin color. If you like a lot of pumpkin spice, you can amp up the pumpkin spice. You could have added in more than 2 teaspoons. You can do a lot of teaspoons or a tablespoon. Whatever your pumpkin spice flavor is, just remember her base recipe is 3.1 net grams of carbs per slice. So, you know, count your macros based on how you do your counting. Remember, we're pretty lazy keto around here. We don't really count. I'm mindful, but I don't count into my phone. So I do want to get all of that off. All right, now I'm going to try to divide this evenly. So what I'm going to do is just take my, spatula, and I'm going to spatula in one here, just so I can have even layers. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to make a cake on top, do a layered cake, because I want to put the praline sauce and the frosting, because I'm going to do a buttercream sauce frosting in the middle. And then I'm going to do the caramel pralines on top. So I didn't share with you the base recipe to her cake because it's in her cookbook. You can go to Peace, Love, and Low Carb. She's Craveable Keto. I would just type in, what would I do? Probably keto coconut cake, and you'll get maybe the same recipe or a similar one, because most of the recipes are just about the same, is what I'm finding. But I don't want to share her recipe because it is in her cookbook. So now that I've gotten these into the rounds, and she of course makes this in a bundt cake, but I'm going to do this in a round. So I'm just going to smooth it out. Now the bundt cake calls to be baked for about 45 minutes. So I think I'm just going to half that time and do about 20, maybe 23 minutes, and then I'll stick it with a toothpick to see if it comes out clean in the middle. And then I'll get working on the pecan praline. I'll get working on the pecan praline topping. This is an experiment. I've not tried this. I've not seen this anywhere. I just was somewhere the other day and thought about all the ingredients. I was like, oh Lord, that would be so good in a cake. And so I'm giving it a whirl. We're gonna see. I'm adding in the pumpkin. I also added in 1 package of sugar-free vanilla Jell-O, just to make it moist. I think that's what's been making the last couple of treats moist for us. We added in sugar-free Jell-O. So we're gonna get these in the oven, and then we'll bring you back when they are ready to be iced. All right, y'all, so we did have a problem with our Instant Pot. It's just too hot right now. I made some deviled eggs and then made the mistake of putting a roast in it right after and not letting it cool down. I only have 1, I don't have 2. And so, because that happened, it's too hot to do my roast. No problem, we're gonna drop back and punt, and we're gonna have breakfast for dinner. And so with that being said, I had some sausages that I had gotten the other day on a markdown. So I'm doing 2 packages of sausage. We're gonna do some cauliflower grits, we'll do some eggs, and then we'll have the cake. So hey, that's our bread, and it'll be okay. I'm gonna throw some water in here to get those sausage moving around. We'll crack some eggs, it'll be no problem. So as soon as everything gets where we need it to be, we'll come back. Alrighty, you guys, so I totally forgot to bring you guys in at the beginning of this because I was just doing like a few things at a time. So this is my caramel drizzle. So I'm going to just tell you briefly. This is the keto-friendly brown sugar, stick of butter, and a couple tablespoons of heavy cream. To this, I'm going to add in the chopped pecans that I had chopped from a bag. So I'm just adding that in. And it's just that simple. So butter, keto-friendly brown sugar, heavy cream, and the pecans. And then that's just on a very, very low simmer. Now my 2 pumpkin cakes are done, and so is my buttercream icing. So we're gonna start assembling this, and I'll bring you along for the assembly. I'm leaving that on low because I do want it to just kind of, you know, continue to caramel. So I do have that on low, and I'll just show you how I'm gonna put this together. So this is one of the cakes, and I'm just making sure that it will come out. Just putting that on my plate. And look at that. That came out so beautiful. Oh my word, right? So that's one. This is the pumpkin flavored. This is the pumpkin. And then here is my buttercream icing. We just added a little bit of the pumpkin flavor in there, or the pumpkin spice flavor. And so I'm just going to take a tiny bit. I'll use my spatula, it won't matter. And then I'm just going to take that and spread it. I'm just spreading it thinly over this layer. This is the pumpkin buttercream, because we added some of the pumpkin spice in there. And you just want to, you know, get it on there liberally. And then we're just going to take some of the caramel drizzle now, which is caramelling up very nicely. How that caramels. And I probably should have poked holes in it to make any of the drizzle fall down into the cake. But I'm just going to run that drizzle all over that cake for the middle part. And I probably don't have the best plate to use, but it's going to work for now. And then I'm just going to take the second layer, because this is what it looks like so far. Then I'm just going to take that second layer. I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to finish icing it, and then I'll bring you back for the last drizzle part.
I really want to eat
what else are you gonna eat? It's
We're having cake.
that's what who said that? Marie Antoinette.
All of the things can go.
Right. Excuse me.
Marie
You should grab
what?
something.
I've heard that name, but I
She
forgot.
was the royal lady of France before the French Revolution. Wasn't she the one that said that?
Maybe.
Let them eat.
Yeah. Which apparently cake was the cheap.
Wait, is that part of the chicken that you're holding?
Nope.
Mom, can I put this back in the pan?
Just put the same. I'm done.
Pop.
Yeah, they're done.
That's a big break. Whoa. My dad, when we were eating chicken for Thanksgiving, we actually put the stuffing inside. And I
Nice.
helped, and there's blood, and I kind of quit on it, and it was grossing me out.
Oh no.
Like, I didn't want to. My goal was not to touch the chicken.
Good goal.
That was a great goal.
Yeah.
I missed a spot. Okay. One little spot. There we go.
Had a great Thanksgiving dinner that one for us.
Mhm.
Very tasty.
Oh, this buttercream is very tasty.
I know. I want to taste it.
She did a great job, didn't she?
Yeah.
I want to taste
Would
it.
you have that or
I want to
something?
taste
That's
it.
not where that came from. It's just making this thing.
What's the chicken? Probably. Or the sausage.
Sausage. We see you.
Do you ever refill your soap things?
Yes, ma'am. When I have a big one,
There's any food in there.
like the bigger ones than that one, I usually just refill that one.
This one smells good.
She's under the table.
Oh, Lord.
Jackson, you gonna make Trent sit next to me? Sure. He's probably gonna have a heart attack.
And there it is, you guys. This is our pumpkin praline drizzle cake. It is looking so very lovely. I cannot wait to cut this. It's moist. It's going to be delish. And I probably need a bigger plate so that the drizzle doesn't fall on the ground. Let me find a larger plate for that. But there we go. And that caramel sauce is still warm, so it's going to be drizzling. On the side, you've got your pecans, and everything is keto friendly. So again, remember, you have to count your own macros. Her base cake recipe is about 3.1 net grams of carbs, and so you can figure out, you know, after you add all the things, exactly what your carbs will be. So there it is, you guys. We're getting ready to have dinner. I just want to thank you all so much for stopping by. If you like this video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye now.